Hello and welcome to my dungeon. Oh boy, haha. I've lived in this apartment 2 years now. I am entering my 3rd year. I was able to sign onto the lease again and it's been fantastic. I have an incredible landlord. I love the unit. I love this area. Minus the meow. There are a few things that could be worse. There are some things that could be better, but overall I am really happy here. And now I have a cat in my lap and my hands are being used to hold his pooch. You comfy? I've lived in this unit for quite some time. I have recognized some people in this building. They live here permanently. There's other people that I don't really recognize, but there's one person. There's one person that I have recognized, and we're going to call them Steve. I don't know why, but I was just thinking of Blue's Clues, and here we are. So Steve, we have some, not beef, because it's not quite there yet. We probably should have beef, to be honest. This probably should be beef. This probably should also involve my landlord. So a long time ago, when I first moved in, I noticed that from my front porch area, like I have a little porch and it has like a little half wall, you know, like in The Sims where you can like build little half walls. But I have like a little hammock out there, right? Because I like hammocks and I want to be outside a little bit. We live in a dungeon, okay, but I need vitamin D. I need vitamins. And a long time ago, I went to the doctor and I got like blood work done and stuff, and he was like, oh, like, do you get your vitamins? Like, do you go outside at all? You need vitamin D. Do you go outside? And I was like, I open the windows sometimes. He did not think that was as funny as I did. I thought that was hilarious. I noticed though that sometimes on my porch, when I was laying in my hammock, minding my own business, people walk past and instead of just focusing on walking straight, Rilakuma here's me in my hammock, all right? But you know, also pretend that there's a wall here and I'm like 6 feet lower than I am now, okay? So here's Kate reading a book. I'm just an NPC walking past, right? Anytime I've been in that hammock, which has been 3 times since I've lived here, 3 times, people just look down into my hammock, into my porch area. And it's weird. And so I was like, cool, I don't ever want to open my blinds, nor do I ever want to be on my porch. One time when I first moved here, I had my blinds open. Anyone can see in the unit, but I thought for the most part, people are going to respect privacy. I was wrong because I'm like in the house, blah, 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 doing house things. And I see someone walk past and stare into my unit. And I was like, why is this man walking past looking into my unit? But you know, I understood, you know, curiosity and all, like people are nosy. They want to see how other people live. I get it. But then it kept happening over and over and over and over. And I just like, it got to a point where I didn't want to have my blinds open anymore. Here are my blinds and my windows. Over here is where my computer is. So I had the blinds open because one, Thor also needs sunshine, okay? My little demon here, he also needs sunshine. I also like to have the blinds open for him so he can see outside or he can lay on the couch and snooze and the sun will come in and lay on him and he's like all warm and toasty in cinnamon bun cat form, you know? So I had the blinds open for Thor and I was at my computer and I look over and I see Steve slowly walking past my unit, looking in, and our eyes clicked. And I was like, all right, you would think that accidentally locking eyes with somebody in their home that you are creeping in would make you not look anymore. Wrong. I had a bunch of friends come over because we were gonna go get hot pot, and hot pot is delicious. If you've never had hot pot, I highly recommend it. The first person to show up was my friend Emma. They show up, they walk in, we're chit-chatting. Then my other friend Nate shows up, walks in, we're chit-chatting. Then my other friend Jewel walks in, we're chit-chatting. And now I'm going to set the scene for you, okay? I want you to try your hardest. If you have to remake this in The Sims 4, then, you know, remake it in The Sims 4. I am sitting against my TV stand. To my right are my blinds, my windows. I had the blinds open because I had a bunch of people over. I wanted the wonderful sunlight to spread into the room, bring joy, bring peace, bring warmth, I don't know. So it's to my right. I can't see anything. All I see is my fireplace next to me, which doesn't work, mind you. Nate is there. My friend Nate is sitting at the fireplace. We're both sitting on the ground because we're ground dwellers, I don't know. And then my friend Jewel is sitting on the couch. Nate can also not see the window, but I have a Baldur's Gate picture frame that I haven't hung up yet, so he can see reflections off of that directly in front of him. Jewel's sitting directly in front of me, and she's on the couch, full view of the blinds, the windows, the porch, everything. She can see everything. My friend Emma is in the bathroom and about to come out, right? And then Jewel, I will say other words because Jewel said things that I don't want to say on this channel, but Jewel goes out of a quietness, oh my God, what in the world? I'm sure you can use your imagination. Nate flings his head around. Emma's coming down the stairs and they're like, what in the world? And I go, what happened? And I hear, oh, sorry. I knew it was Steve. I thought maybe he was like walking past the unit again and like peered in. That's not what happened. Jewel starts freaking out going, he was just standing there. He was just standing looking at us in the unit. He was just standing there. That was so creepy. He was just standing there. And I was like, what? And then Emma's like, yeah, there was a guy just standing there. And then Nate's like, yeah, I saw the reflection in the picture of a man just standing there looking into the unit. And I was like, no one has ever stopped and stared looking into an apartment. That's weird. Like, I get looking into people's apartments as you're walking past is kind of weird. And so I was like, okay, like that is really weird. What do I need to do? Like, do I contact my landlord? Like, what would he be able to do? You know, it's just like a whole thing. Anyway, and so I was thinking maybe, just maybe, Steve locking eyes with 3 different people that wasn't me, because Steve's used to me now at this point. I've been here 2 years. And so maybe that would make him not want to look into the unit anymore. But then I remember the time we locked eyes and I was like, that's definitely not gonna happen. So I ordered some tint to put on the windows, but I don't even really know if I'm allowed to, you know? Like, I don't know if that's against the management. I don't know. Anyway, skip forward to the next day. I'm talking about this on stream. I'm like, guys, this is insane. This is so weird. Stream also thought it was very weird. And they're like, can you get security cameras? Like, did you get the building security cameras? And I was like, oh my God, I have a security camera. I have security cameras. And so I was like, I can look. So I looked. I didn't think it would catch it, but it did. I would show you, but then I would dox myself. And so I don't want to do that. But I just want you to imagine the whole thing, as I said, he was zooming past my door and then zooming past my porch. But then he looked over and saw that my blinds were open. So he slowed down and he was looking in, and then he stopped for a second and walked back and stood there and looked in, and then goes like this. The thing is, I know you're probably thinking like, Kate, what the heck are you talking about? This is the big plot twist, okay? In what instance do humans do this? In my brain, it's to an animal. And at the time, Thor, my cat, was on the floor in between the couch and the window. He was probably walking past, looked into my apartment, saw Thor, walked back and made the face towards him, and then looked up, realized 3 people were looking at him. But the thing is too, is like, you were still looking in my unit. And the thing is, Thor was on the ground. You have to look over the half wall. I don't open the blinds all the way. Like, I only do it halfway because it's too much hassle to do all of them. And so Thor was like by the other blinds, and then he was in between the couch and the window. Like, you have to look to see him, right? It was already kind of weird. And the fact that he stopped, walked back and looked, and it's like didn't even think to like look at, I don't know. The whole thing was just kind of weird, and it's also not the first time this has happened. If it's the first time it's happened, I get it. Cats are cute, but also still kind of weird, right? Like it's still kind of weird. I ordered the tent. I may ask my landlord if it's okay if I put it up. If I tell him a man was looking in my unit and this isn't the first time, I don't think my landlord's gonna care. My landlord is awesome. If I tell him a man was looking in my unit, I think my landlord would show up with a bat and be like, where was he? Who is it? Where does he live? You know, like I think he would be like ride or die, be like flinging that bat around, you know? But anyway, weird situation. Apartments are really weird. You need to protect yourself. Sometimes you gotta trust your gut. Also too though, like not everyone's always out to get you. Sometimes things seem weird and they may be harmless, but also don't look into people's apartment units. I think that's kind of a little bit strange. Like, you know, a quick glance being like, oh, their windows are open. Just like a, oop, and then that's it. Just don't be like, privacy, respect privacy. Just because I have the blinds open doesn't mean I'm consenting for you to look into my apartment. Could a little peek hurt? I don't blame you. It's curious. But if you're staring, thanks for listening to my tale. Do you have any tales of people looking in your, God, I hope not. I hope y'all don't have any, I hope y'all don't have any stories of people looking in your windows. That's, you know, actually, you know what's funny is I have like cardboard cutouts, one of them being Anakin, the other one being Taki-kun from Your Name. Anyway, so, but Anakin one's like, so it got to a point where people kept looking in my unit. So I got my big Anakin cutout and I put him right by the blinds. And so if people looked over, they would see a big shadow of Anakin, but you know, glancing over, it's like, oop, I accidentally looked, you know, like it kind of startles them to not look. Don't know if that actually helped or not, but I may have to bust them out again. But you know, we'll see. The tint comes tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and hope you have safe travels. Okay, bye.